Today we'll be looking at Joseph as he interprets dreams while he was in prison. That is, in the previous chapter we looked at Joseph as he went through one of the greatest temptations in Potiphar's house. That is when Potiphar's wife sort of tempted Joseph into sleeping with her. He did run away. He did not succumb to the temptation. And unfortunately, the wife accused Joseph. She lied about it, that Joseph is the one who attempted to rape her. She told each and everyone that was around, including her husband, Potiphar. The chapter ended while Potiphar had imprisoned Joseph in one of the king's prisons. So today, we'll begin from there. When Joseph was in prison and God had blessed him, he had actually prospered him. He had given him tremendous skills, administrative skills. In fact, Joseph had actually become a leader, an administrator in the respective prison. So we begin at the time when Joseph is in prison and how he interprets several dreams, as we're going to be studying in detail. So basically, Joseph continued to languish in a special prison that was attached to his house, to the house of the captain of the guard. We did read about that word, captain of the guard, in Genesis 39, 11, 20. While Joseph's former master held that position, Scripture does not use the name Potiphar from this point forward. It was unclear if Potiphar was still in that role or if he had actually been replaced. After Joseph had been there some time, probably 2 years or so, several years anyhow, two new prisoners arrived. Pharaoh had become very angry at both his chief cupbearer and his chief baker. However, Genesis doesn't tell us what their offenses were. So he threw them into prison, also called the pit or the dungeon, where Joseph was and had been given a kind of a caregiver's role over them. So one night, that is, both men experienced vivid, impactful dreams. That is, the cupbearer and the chief baker. The men were disturbed enough by the dreams that Joseph took notice, and in response to their concern, he assured them that God, who can interpret dreams, will actually give them a genuine and valid interpretation of their dream. So the first man's dream involved three productive grapevines. Joseph indicated that the man will be restored to his former position in about 3 days. In addition, Joseph asked the man to speak to Pharaoh on his behalf. The second man, that is the baker, his dream implied a resolution in 3 days, but not a happy one, though. The expression to lift up one's head, evoked a person looking downwards in defeat or shame as their face was raised into a more confident posture. You can read a bit of that in Psalms 3, verses 3. So both men will have their heads lifted by Pharaoh, but the baker will immediately be put to execution and his corpse be left on to rot. Well, these predictions, of course, eventually came true, exactly as Joseph had predicted. 3 days later, the king brought out of the two men as part of the birthday celebration. One was restored to his prior role, the other was killed, unfortunately, and his body was left for scavengers. Either out of fear, caution, or some other motive, he said nothing absolutely about Joseph. He does not even lose memory of Joseph, but forgets him by setting his plea out of his mind totally. It will be another 2 years before a situation is inspired by before a situation is inspired. The cupbearer then will mention about Joseph before the Pharaoh. In about 2 years. And unfortunately, that's how long it took. That is it. And that is the summary of Genesis chapter 40. To find more details, to find the full entire episode, do scan the QR code that is on your screen, or you can navigate to www.abdiministries.org. You could also go to our YouTube channel by simply searching our handle, that is Abdi Ministries. There you'll also find the full episode of this Genesis 40. We also have our Spotify account, so you can actually find these podcasts there, full episodes as well. Same for TikTok and Facebook.